This is Chris Medeos. Like, subscribe to Team W Wrestling on YouTube. Subscribe to my other channel, Chris Medeos. Subscribe to this channel, World of Chris 1-800. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook. Yeah, I'll be down there in the description box. And I'm here to do my Boruto Naruto Next Generations episode 88 review, and it was titled Clash Kokuyou. So yeah, pretty good episode. I like this episode. Not as better than the last episode, episode 87, when they had that epic fight with Boruto and Naruto versus that guy with the red hair. I forgot what his name was, something like that, Kokuyou, I don't even know. I forgot his name. But other than that fight, I mean, that fight was epic. But we start off with episode 88. Now, Boruto's been off the air for like 2 weeks now, and, you know, because of New Year's and all that stuff. So yeah, this is the first week that Boruto's back. It was a pretty good episode. I like this week's episode. It was pretty good. So what happened in this week's episode? It was a pretty good one. Now, everybody's heading to the village and stuff. You know, Noki and, you know, the girl with the genjutsu. I forgot what her name was. And, the Akutas and stuff is, carrying Boruto, Sarada, you know, Inojin, and, Chocho in, you know, got them like in custody and stuff, you know, bring them into the Hidden Stone village and stuff. And then we see Lord Ku and stuff, and Lord Ku says, tells Inoki, yeah, we got everybody and stuff as hostages and stuff like that now, because the village, like right when Inoki and them walked into the village was empty. Like, you see kunais and stuff laying around on the ground and stuff, like, you know, there's been a fight there. But everybody else has been taken in. Now, what's going on is, like what Lord Ku said was, he got hostages and stuff. And, so, here's the weird thing about it. So, they got, you know, you got the normal civilians and stuff in the village, and they got the ninjas and stuff. And what happened was, they got the civilians and stuff, you know, the Akutas are surrounding the civilians, like the women and stuff like that. And then you got the ninjas on one side, can't do nothing because apparently, you know, the Akutas would do something to hostages and stuff, and they got paper bombs set up. So you kind of understand about, okay, now we understand why they can't do nothing, but how in the hell did they got shot there in the first place? So that's a good question. They don't say nothing about that at all in this episode, like how that they got caught and all that, the ninjas at least. But yeah, that's what happened there, and you know, Noki's like, well, why you did that? Like, I didn't tell you to take everybody as hostages. You were supposed to protect them because, you know, that's what Lord Ku and all them were made for, was to protect the humans and stuff. That's what they're made for. They ain't made for, like, kidnapping them and stuff like that. Because what Lord Ku's plan is yeah, kidnap some humans and transplant some of their hearts into them, so they can live through. So yeah, they're just doing it for themselves, which Noki's creations and stuff is now backfiring on him now. But yeah, you know, and then Lord Ku shows Inoki, yeah, his skin's breaking up and stuff like that. And then Inoki's like, well, no, we ain't gonna do the transplant heart thing, but I'll figure out some type of solution or whatever to this. And then Inoki gets punched right in the gut from Lord Ku. So yeah, Lord Ku lays out Inoki and stuff like that. And then Lord Ku tells, you know, forgot what was her name, that girl with the genjutsu, tells her, yeah, go carry them away and stuff. But then we see Shikidai and stuff, and Shikidai comes up and he throws a smoke bomb and stuff, you know, blinding Kokuyou and all them, and Lord Ku and all them. And then apparently Shikidai cut all of them, you know, free and stuff, and, you know, cut the ropes and stuff away off their hands and stuff, so they wouldn't be trapped and stuff as well. And Shikidai, Chocho, and Inojin went off and stuff quickly as hell, and then Kokuyou was following them, and then they follow them, and then we get the fight with them. So yeah, it was Shikidai and his team versus Kokuyou 1-on-1. And it was a pretty good fight. I like this fight and stuff. It was a pretty good fight. Kokuyou was doing pretty good as well. He was trying to be smart and stuff. and Enojin was trying to do like, you know, aerial attacks, like he's trying to drop stuff down while he's flying in the air and stuff, uh, which was pretty smart and stuff. And then, you know, Shikadai is trying to lock him with Shadow Possession Jutsu, and you know, Kokuyou jumps all the way up in the air and pretty much destroys the bird that Enojin's riding on and stuff. And then it's when he's coming down, which was pretty cool right here. He's coming down, and Shikadai's like, well, you can't dodge in the air or anything, but right as the moment you land, you're going to be trapped in my Shadow Possession Jutsu. And what Kokuyou did is, apparently he got those things that he's been fighting with, those tools or whatever. It looks like they got some weight, because he grabs arm and throws it, and it freaking, like, you know, it hit beside his Shikadai and destroyed the whole entire ground. Like, it destroyed the whole entire ground. And Shikadai falls into the ground, and then Kokuyou win. But Shikadai tried to use Shadow Possession Jutsu, but as Kokuyou stated was, yeah, I kind of figured you couldn't, because, you know, shadows only come out when the sun's out, and right now you're underneath the ground, and, yeah, it's so dark down here that you can't even use your Shadow Possession Jutsu. So yeah, that's what Kokuyou stated, which was pretty good from Kokuyou, you know, which was pretty good. And then we see them all fighting and stuff, you know, Shikadai is trying to use his Shadow Possession Jutsu a couple of times, stuff like that. And he finally, what happened was, Enojin used, his Super Beast Scroll to cover up this one light, because apparently they, like, when they, broke through the ground and stuff, they landed in this tunnel or whatever. And apparently they got lights and stuff underneath there, and Enojin was covering up one. And as soon as the birds went away, the light was shown, and then Shikadai quickly used Shadow Possession Jutsu to trap Kokuyou in it, and then he's trying to fight out of it at the same time. So and then Enojin used you know, Mind Transfer Jutsu and stuff, and pretty much Kokuyou fought out of it and stuff. And Chocho's trying to use a human bulldozer and stuff, trying to hit him and stuff, and he dodged it and all that. So yeah, he fought out the Shadow Possession Jutsu, and fought out the Mind Control Jutsu, and dodged Chocho's human bulldozer. So yeah, pretty good from Kokuyou, but then he did eventually got hit by the human bulldozer from Chocho, and Kokuyou died. So yeah, Kokuyou was the second one to die. I like this character. He was pretty cool, even though he was a little bit of an asshole. But apparently he had enough will to fight out the Mind Possession Jutsu from Enojin. So yeah, apparently his will was so strong, because if you got a strong will, you can fight out the Mind Possession Jutsu, and that's what Kokuyou did. He did fight out of Enojin's Mind Possession Jutsu. So because he has strong will. But yeah, but other than that, Kokuyou did die and stuff, and yeah, it kind of sucks, but what can you do? You know, but then we see Kanahamaru, you know, he gets Anbu mask and all that on, and then he sees Mitsuki, and him and Mitsuki's like standing face to face, and it ends off there. And Mitsuki was talking to Seiki before all that stuff for Kanahamaru and stuff. He was talking to Seiki, and Seiki was like, I can't wait to feel the feeling of how humans feel and all that in a little soon. So yeah, that was pretty cool for him. A little cool moment between Mitsuki and you know, Seiki. Oh yeah, and I forgot to bring up one moment in this in the fight with Enojin and all them. When the fight was starting and stuff, I like this one moment where apparently the Yakuza comes up, and I think it was like Shikadai, I think. He was about to get hit from one of those weight things that Kokuyou has. And the baby Yakuza comes up, and, you know, he left the cave and stuff. But he came into the Hidden Stone Village and all that. He came up and, you know, jumps on Kokuyou's shoulders and stuff, blinding him with his arms. And Kokuyou destroyed the mask and stuff, and, you know, it was great character development with Enojin, and in this episode, I mean, the character development with Enojin was pretty good, you know. The baby Yakuza was dying in his arms and stuff, and the mask destroyed, and you can see, Jin call him a dummy at first, but he was like so upset, right after the baby Akutsu's body disintegrated and stuff. You see Jin like pure out crying and stuff. So yeah, pretty great character development with Jin in this episode. I like the character development with his character. It was pretty good. But yeah, Mitsuki and Kanohamaru sees each other, and that's what happened there. I don't think anything else happened with them two. But then we see the girl and stuff. She got some Boruto and Sarada and then Genjutsu stuff. Well, they do got she does got them in a Genjutsu, but it ain't like again. They know what they're doing, but they know what they're doing and stuff. So yeah, they got they can't move their bodies or whatever. But it's like they're in the Genjutsu and stuff, But then they got two swords, and she said she's going to use them as her puppets and stuff, like her dolls and stuff like that. But yeah, that's what happened there, and then the episode ends. And it was a pretty good episode. I like this week's episode. Boruto, the animation stuff was pretty good and stuff like that. It was pretty good. The writing with Jin's character was awesome. It was on point and stuff like that. But yeah, the character development wise, I think this episode was pretty good. But the fight and stuff with episode 87, I think was a little bit more better. And the animation and stuff was of course better. But yeah, this week's episode was not bad. I like the character development with Jin. The fight wasn't bad and stuff like that. So yeah, it was pretty good stuff. But yeah, this week's episode is pretty good. But yeah, that's what happened. Pretty good episode of Boruto. I'll give a 8 out of 10 stars. That's why I'll give it a pretty good one. But yeah, like, subscribe to Team W Wrestling on YouTube. Subscribe to Chris Videos on YouTube. And subscribe to this channel, World of Chris 1-800. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook. Yeah, I'll be down there in the description box. And I'll see you guys later for next week's Boruto episode. See you guys later. Until then.